Where am I? There I am. Hello everyone, and welcome to tonight's chatting stream. Move myself up there, move myself up. Right about there, little mouse. Oh. Welcome to tonight's chatting stream. I am your host of this chatting stream, Sanish, here to talk about some stuff. I guess. I feel kind of big. In this window. Let me try to shrink myself down a little bit. There we go. That's more reasonable. I don't want my head to be bigger than it actually is. It's already a problem being too big. Oh, I need to fix this sign. I think I haven't done a chatting stream in like ages. This is the text. Just text. Here we go. I'm doing the no lie. What am I drinking? Portugal Amber. Portugal. I have a bunch of photos to show. I have some tier lists to do from I Hear Academia. I have some other assorted topics on a little notepad. We'll see what we cover. Hello, Snitchel. Thanks for joining. So in the past, when I've shared photos, I did a method of is dragging them into OBS and clicking through them, and it was a huge pain. I'm going to try a new method of sharing photos on stream this time. So there's a non-0% chance it all fails, collapses into dust, and I hide in shame for 3 days afterwards. Who knows? But I'll start that in a couple seconds. Got my the preview said wine, I know, but I had a Tuesday was the final session of a 1.5 year long D&D campaign. So I opened up a bottle of wine I had, and just I don't know. It was okay. It was an okay bottle of wine. So if it's not, I'm my last bottle of wine betrayed me. Time to get a beer at the grocery store. So I got a nice amber ale, which I'm not. It's fine. It's a fine one. Oh no. I know the relief of being done with something. It's the nice part about, hopefully the nice part about Fridays, unless you have a bunch of hobbies like some of us, and they all build up. So I got some beer there. So the two main topics, which I'll get into at some point, is last weekend I went on a lovely trip with my friends to the coast of the Pacific Northwest to get some aura farming darkness, visit one of the few temperate rainforests in the world, and also just hang out with friends, have a good time, So a bunch of photos from there. which I made sure did not include photos of ourselves. Deep fear. Talk about some other upcoming trips I finished off 2 big bouts of trip planning. As often happens when one travels. Oh yeah, this trip was definitely aura farming. As one trip ends, you start thinking about future trips. And so I booked out like I booked out a bunch of hotels for the rest of the year, which is great to have them done, but they're all showing up on my credit card budget for this month. And I'm like, why the shit did I spend $2,000 in February? And it's like, you booked a lot of hotels. And I'm like, oh. I'll talk briefly because I've been bothering all my friends about this. I'm going to bother everybody here. I'm feeling kind of burnt out on a couple of my streaming topics, so I need to resolve that. I figured talking about it in my vlog / therapy session is the way to go. I'll never go to therapy. I got streaming. The push. Then I have some My Hero Academia tier lists I promised. I did one season 3. And now I finished the last season last week. And so I'm going to do 3 tier lists. I'm going to do a re-tier list of Class 1A without looking at my previous one. I promised a tier list of all the pro heroes, and then a tier list of various ships. We'll see how that one goes. And then mostly about it. Some other random topics and things. Hopefully everyone's been having a good week. I have a bad habit. I have a bad habit of booking all of my I was up to 70 and then I got dropped down to 69, then I dropped down to 68, then dropped down to 67, back to 60. I've been hovering at this YouTube sub limit for a while. I think I'm at 1 something on Twitch. Where's Twitch? But Twitch subs are much more, forgot I posted Blue Sky. I'm at, how many subs am I on Twitch? Technically, oh my God, I just opened the same channel. Go to myself. How do you see how many subs? I have 139 subs on Twitch. Not that any of them ever show up. My Twitch count, my Twitch viewership is abysmal. No one likes Twitch. I'm sorry, Twitch. Maybe my content isn't Twitch worthy. Oh, I see how it is. Also, I think Twitch rewards you if you stream over 2 to 3 hours. And I'm I'm almost 40, my guys. I can't stream for 3 hours. I'm so sorry. Rarely. I can do it rarely, but not often. So let's drink some poison. So I have a bad habit of putting all my life appointments at the end of the week. And so this week was, I do this multiple weeks in a row. So I'm just I'm tired from work. It's the end of the week. You're just waiting for me done. You have to be who put a car oil change on Thursday? And I'm it was me. So yesterday I'm hiring an interior designer to come through and tell me how to make my place look better. I'm dear professional interior designer lady, how do I arrange my anime figurines in a tasteful way, a tasteful arrangement of anime figurines? Fortunately, I've yet to cross the bunny girl line for anime figurines, and I've yet to cross the top heavy line for anime figurines. So fortunately, she doesn't have to see those. Because I'll say yet in those lines. Because let's be honest with ourselves, it's not really a slippery slope. It's just more of a roller coaster on a downhill trajectory you get on, and look. Once that prize figure Miku rabbit hole bunny girl comes out, I'm cooked. I'm done. Pack it in. But she was here for 4 hours I have a 1-bedroom condo. It's not much space. So I had someone in my house for 4 hours yesterday, just measuring everything and talking. And I had to wear hard pants in my own house for 4 hours. Oh my God, it was so draining. I'm just by the end of it, I'm because my deep problem, and I have knowledge about myself, will I do anything to fix it? No. If I'm stressed or anxious, especially about my house and people are coming over, I stop eating food, which isn't good. So I'm why am I feeling all weak and lightheaded? I'm God damn it. So I'm recovering from that. So that was yesterday. So that was 4 hours to win my business. And then today I had a laser hair appointment which is generally fine. It's just like, let me go walk through the snow and have someone blast me with a laser and inflict pain on me. And it's still a weird experience. Like it's a weird experience because like this laser technician is the only person who has seen like these parts of my body in like 4 years. And it's like, let us talk very like abstractly and just point at like, oh yes, the embarrassing hairs I have here, I would like to be lasered off, please. And like they're drawing like lines, like they draw like grid lines on you to do the lasering. Except last time they missed a spot, so I like drew my own grid lines with little arrows saying, get right here. Using like a eyeliner pencil. But it's one of those, like I was talking to her and I do this a lot and people are always shocked when I mention that I'm an introvert. They're like, but you chat through our 1 hour sessions just fine. Like you always talk, like you talk just fine, Stanish. You're so chatty at times, Stanish. And it's like, just because a person is chatty doesn't mean they're not an introvert, everybody. It takes me like 4 days of energy storage and build up to like talk to someone for an hour. Like a stranger who's looking at your bare legs and holding a laser and zapping you over and over again. I'd be like, oh, so what's your job? Like zap, 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 zap. Right now my legs are all red and like angry. And I'm just like, oh, why am I doing this? And I'm like, oh yes. And I pay for this? Oh, that's the worst part. It's expensive. I'm like, I hate this. And then it's like, I like the results. I just don't like the process. That was my today. That was my today appointment. I had like, oh God, something else awful last week. Something else last week I had to do. Once I'll push, I'll get to that in a second. Gosh, the laser thing. Oh, I'm also trying out house cleaners because they're not that expensive and I hate dusting, but they come once a month. That's another person I hate people in my house. I think that's what it is. I hate people who are not friends in my house doing things. I find it awkward. I find it like, I can't relax because I'm like, if you're paying somebody to like a contractor come in, or like a repair person, you're paying them money to be there. You can't just like loaf around and play Genshin Impact on your TV. I mean, I guess you could. It just feels weird to me. So what happens is I actually like, it makes me sit at my desk and do my actual goddamn job. And I hate it. I hate it. I hate, like, this is why I hate working in office, is I hate someone in the room makes me feel pressure to actually be productive at my work. Don't tell my boss this. Don't tell the return to office people my job this. I am more productive, probably on the whole, in an office environment. I will just not end myself. I'll quit my job if it ever happens, or when it happens. We got another RTO mandate and like, hey everybody, we just laid a bunch of people off and all of a sudden we have a bunch of space in the office. We're going to bring some more people back in because we have more space for them. All these desks suddenly opened up mysteriously. Let's all come back to the office. And a bunch of teams had to go back. But I'm not important enough. So I don't have to go back. Fools. Oh, you know what happened? So the time change happened, right? And I've been blaming, like, I've been feeling like the days, like not enough time in the day. All of a sudden the day's over. I've been blaming the time shame all week. I've been blaming like, oh, that time shift, that 1 hour shift is throwing me off. It's not the time shift. It was never the time shift. It was Slay the Spire 2 hitting early access. It was Slay the Spire. I was playing it just before stream and then the hour before dinner. I have a problem. And that problem is I keep wanting to play Slay the Spire and it's a lot of fun and the co-op's fun. And I'm like, why do I have to do these other things? But what if I just cancel my chatting stream and play Slay the Spire? I didn't, but it crossed my little mind. When was the last time I had chatting stream anyway? Chat and draw. Oh, I guess I had 3 weeks ago? Shit. 4 weeks ago. It's been a month. Who put me in charge? Oh, 3 weeks. Who put me in charge of the schedule? I think that's it for the most of my recent chatting stuff. Oh, I unpacked a wig for the first time for cosplay. I have a SakuraCon cosplay in 3 weeks. And I finally got like a little, like one of those mannequin heads to put the wig on. So you can like wig it, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. But I put it on the mannequin head in my closet. And I'm just like, that needs something. And I walked away and I haven't touched it in 2 weeks. It's on my to-do list. I need to steam my outfit. Steam my outfit. I need to figure out how to wig. And I need to like actually buckle down and settle on my makeup. I don't want to do any of these things. Like I kind of do, but I kind of don't. The wig is what I really don't want to do. Because it feels like every time I touch it, like wig parts just fall off, like all those stray hairs and things. And you're supposed to like do something to it. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. That's a future problem. That's a future problem. Mm-hmm. Exactly. Look, it's 3 weeks. We have 3 weeks. We have 3 weeks. We're going to be fine. We are going to do just great. And if my wig's all a wonk, so be it. It's better than my luxurious hair. Oh, that's what happened 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago? Yeah, I got my first haircut in a year. That was traumatic. It was the longest haircut of my goddamn life. It was 2 hours. It was 2 hours to cut my hair. Sure, it was down to like my chin. Okay, fine. I hadn't cut it in a year. Sure. It took 2 hours. It took 2 hours to cut this hair. It looks a lot better, but man, it was a long time getting my hair cut. I got a bunch of products, new products that they were done. Like I got a leave-in conditioner and heat protectant. I figured that one out. That one, it's in the name. I got it. Something called a texturizer. Not fully sure what that does. I got a Himalayan salt thingy. It's like a salt ointment where you put salt in your hair and that's supposed to do something. And then I got some sort of gel-like product that I've been too afraid to use. But I'm like, how do all these products? And I was supposed to get a diffuser for my hair dryer, but I'm just like, what if I don't get a diffuser? Is that okay? Is that wrong? Will the hair please come and arrest me? Actually, a friend gave me a diffuser, but doesn't actually fit on my hair dryer. So I'm just like, so that was a 2 hour experience. My hair looks a lot closer to like this hair now, if I'm being honest. I got like a shag cut, and I switched my part. My part was always, where's my mouse? My part was always like right here on my head on the left side? Left side. On the left side of my head. Left side. I'm looking at myself. Yeah, left side of my head. And now I'm doing a no part hairstyle for the first time in my life, and it is like, it feels weird. It feels weird to have bangs. My God. There's things on my face. Oh. Looks better though. It does look a lot better. I'm like, fine. Expensive 2 hour haircut. You were worth it. And then I think about the time that like in the 2004 Democratic primaries, John Edwards got like absolutely dragged for having a $400 haircut. And I'm just like, no, man, that makes sense. Yeah, it seems fine. God, what a simpler time when that was our problem. Oh, he's got an expensive haircut. I'm like, oh, that's a scandal. Simpler time in life. So let's look at some photos now. Let's look at some photos. Where are my photos? All right, let's try this out. All right, I'm going to open this up. We're going to start with... Let's start with this one. Okay. All right, let's see if this works or if this ruins everything. It should be window capture 3. Don't dox me, bro. Oh, that worked. Okay. Let's see, chat. How am I gonna do this? I didn't think this part through. I'll put it over here. Like, I'll move my... Let us put that away. And then we'll take, and then how to make this bigger? Ho. There we go. Move myself over. Ironically, I could just use, I have an idea. Oh. I'm like, man. I'm going back to go through, ha. God damn it. I am trying to, I'm about to do some photos to a trip to Forks, and I am... Let's see if this works. Again, dear computer, don't dox me. talk to me a little bit. And I'm like, oh man, I wish I had an overlay where like chat was above my head. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, you absolute doofus. You've made this. You made an overlay. There we go. Perfect. Ha! Ha! Look at that. Can I show my mouse? Yeah, the mouse shows up. That was wonderful. So I went to La Push, Washington, which is on the, oh, you know, I can show a map. Oh, let's go here. Oh, wait, I've never done things before. I want to open Edge, I think. Because I'm not signed into Google. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Here we go. Let's do a map real quick. So if I go here, let me see if I get this to, let me see if I can get this to work. Window capture. Yeah. You. MS Edge. On. Ha. Perfect. So I went to La Push, Washington. There we go. So for context, here's the Earth. It's chilling. This is America, United States, right? It's very exciting. It's a geography lesson, quick geography lesson. I'm up here in Washington. Make sure I'm not doxing myself anyway. The Cascades. Oh, can I get like a satellite? Yeah, satellite. That's nice. Oh, terrain. How's terrain look? Ooh, I like terrain. Okay, so you have Washington. You're Washington State. If you're not from America, if you're not from the West Coast, most people ignore and forget that Washington exists. We exist. We're real up here in our rainy corner of the country. Seattle's over here. Seattle. We drove out, me and 4 friends. So 5, I have over 4 friends. Real life friends. We touch grass together sometimes. We took the ferry, and I'll go through all this. We took the ferry from Seattle, Washington, up across to, I think we went to Bainbridge. Yeah, Bainbridge. We went to Bainbridge Island. See, little ferry line. And then we drove up and over the Olympic Peninsula. Went to Port Angeles. We stopped for lunch. We looked across and you can't see Canada, but here's Canada. Look at that Canada. Look at that little spick of Canada coming down, invading our territory. And then all the way out to La Push. So here is the Olympic Mountain Range. Here is the Olympic Peninsula. Olympic Peninsula is one of the rainiest places on the planet. It gets like 140 inches of rain a year. Something atrocious. Because this is a giant ass mountain range. Yeah, oh man, Yabe. I know. I was about to say like, oh, La Push is one of like the northwesternmost beach in the country, and then I'm like, ah, shit. Could have gone up here. Could have gone to Cape Flattery. Said some very nice things about each other. I love the name like Cape Flattery, Deception Point, Deception Pass. There's like Dungeness Spit. There's like Point Disappointment, I think, is somewhere in the area. These names, top tier. So I drove out. Lake Crescent, by the way, absolutely beautiful. Lake Crescent, Snug Harbor. The names out here are fantastic. The West Coast, a lot of the West Coast was named by like frontiers people and like Gold Rush era. And so you get like wacky names like, welcome to the town of Mud. And you're like, Forks. All right. So we stopped at Forks, the grocery store. Forks is the last bastion of civilization, not civilization. The last grocery store, Forks Outfitters. The last cell phone signal before you head out farther down the coast. And we went out, my friends, we went out to La Push. First Beach. I guess technically it was First Beach. There's also Second Beach and Third Beach, and there's like Ruby Beach down here and some other beaches. And so we stayed there for the weekend. We stayed in a little cabins. We stayed in like a lodge. But I love La Push because it is hella moody on the coast. It's rainy. There is no cell phone service. And there's no Wi-Fi at the hotel except in one room of the reception area. So you're pretty much, you get there and you're like stranded effectively. It's great. It's wonderful. I love it. And last year we did the same trip, and I shared photos on here at Lake Quinault, stay at the Quinault Lodge. Similar vibe. And I think what I like about it, we can get rid of the map. What I like about it, traveling with friends, is it feels like summer camp. It feels like an age gone past because you can't text people. There's no like no phones in the room. There's no TVs in the room. So you have to just like, before you break up for whatever time period, you have to say, all right, everybody, we're meeting back here at 7 p.m. for dinner. And then everyone does their own thing, and you all converge back for dinner, and you go get dinner, and you're like, all right, when are we going to meet? When and where will we meet for breakfast, or in the morning? Or let's all go to Standish's room to play Betrayal on the House on the Hill and drink wine into the night. It's a lot of fun, but it's not for everybody. Not for everybody. I love traveling with my friends, but I don't love traveling with all of them. But I took photos. I took photos because I like travel photography. I don't take photos normally on my day-to-day life. But we'll go through the photos I took. I posted one online and people, I'm like, oh, let me post this clever quip, 1 like. Oh, let me post this thing about VTubing, 1 like. Let me post this random photo of Forks, Washington, bunch of reskeets and likes. I'm like, God damn it. Why am I fighting my one apparent talent? So here's the Moody Beach. There's some forest. There's a lot of mist. It was like 40 degrees out. This is what the ocean looked like. It was very moody and very aura farming. We got some sea stacks on the coast out here. You can see some of the forest up here and kind of like the cliffs tumbling down to the rocky shoals below. It's part of that I was testing out a bunch. I had a bunch of like, one thing my camera does is it has a bunch of film simulations to simulate different types of film. And I've been fiddling with those settings and like using some recipes prior to my like any trip. I'm like, okay, what like film simulation really captures the mood I'm going for? Like I have one that is very much captures like 1970 summer road trip that on a hot day, it looks so good. But I went for ones that like really captured the gray, dismal coast. Like imagine you're on a ship, you've been sailing for months, and you pull into this bay, and you're just like, this place sucks. It's cold. But you want land, you want fresh water. Your pal's got scurvy. Pirates hit you 100 miles back. All you have left is hardtack, and even that is getting stale. Ugh, awful. So you got your moody foot. This is aura farming. I took a wet, cold walk in the morning. Actually, let me go back here. Right about here, if you've ever been on a beach on the West Coast, you often get streams. Beaches, I'll say anyway, if you've ever been on a beach anywhere, you get these streams that cut through from like the nearby forests. Okay, maybe that doesn't apply everywhere. I'm not sure about East Coast beaches. Your beaches are weird on the East Coast. They're like shallow and warm and kind of disturbing. West Coast, Pacific Coast beaches, you get streams coming through, cutting through fresh water and leading into the ocean. As I was walking down this beach, it was misty. I had the rain jacket on, layers, gloves. I was getting wet. I was warned to go around this, all the way around this stream and not try to jump through it. And I'm like, I've been on a beach before, my friends. I can jump this. I could not jump this. I jumped. I jamped. I jorped. I jopped. And I landed on what I thought was solid ground. My boot sank. Water splashed up my pant leg. Water got into my hiking boots. And I was cooked. I was cooked because this was a morning walk before we went on our actual hike for the day. So I'm sitting there, pants wet, water in my boot, thinking I have to leave in an hour to go for a hike. And I'm like, shit. Finish my walk. I get back to my hotel room. I got 30 minutes. And I do what any sane person does in a situation. I strip my pants off in the bathroom, take that tiny hair dryer, and crouch on the floor for 15 minutes, hair drying out my pants and the inside of my boot. And let me tell you, that does not smell great. I'm like, it smells like burning plastic in here. I'm like, keep drying, Sanish. So very moody. Let's see if the audio comes through on this. Maybe not. Maybe audio's not coming through. That was the beach. That's what it looked like. This is unfiltered. So this, like, these are my photos, my film simulations to like make it look cool and moody. This is the actual like raw, uncolored, unretouched ocean. Little sea stacks, got a mist coming in, some cool trees. I think one of the expansions to Diablo 3, Diablo 4. I think the Paladin expansion in Diablo 3 was based off the Pacific Northwest. You got rocks, the challenge is beach photography, and I love beaches, but the photography option at beaches often just sucks. It's like, here is a big flat horizon. Enjoy. So you gotta get like low down. I almost got hit by a wave doing this photo. You're crouched down, you're holding your camera, the wind's blowing at you, there's mist hitting you in the face on you're just like getting wet, and you're like, I'm gonna get this goddamn photo. And then before you get it, a wave comes and hits you. So I got a wave, got water, it's cold, it was wet, a lot of rocks. Look at those rocks. Later, this is what it looked like. So about 10 minutes after I got there, we got choppy waves, mist, tiny bit of forest, mist. It was wet. I can't emphasize how damp this place is. More sea stacks. They're neat. They give points of interest to look at from the beach. That's kind of why I like La Push and some of the beaches. Not all of them. Some they're kind of mid. Sorry, beaches. You aren't all bangers. More moody atmospheric rocks. There's like a storm harbor break going right along here. That I saw some people walking along, and I saw some people watching those people walking along disapprovingly, like going like, I probably shouldn't do that. But I did anyway, because by God, they drove 2.5 hours from Port Angeles to get here. Watery scene. I just kind of like the texture of this. This is like, it looked a lot cooler in person. It's hard to capture the texture of the delta going into the ocean. More waves. So one of the hobby I've always thought about is getting scuba certified to go scuba diving. And then I look at the Pacific Ocean, shown here, and I'm like, maybe not. Maybe not here. We got whatchamacallit? Social media post. Also, I have no idea if Twitch or YouTube or OBS is enshittifying these colors beyond belief. If it's flattening and compressing them down to be a terrible, terrible thing. Some trees. It's fun. And last, we're looking at the beach. That big sea stack earlier is right here. You can see it because of the mist. The lodge is like right here. It's like a 12-room building. They have 2 12-room lodges and then a bunch of like individual cabins. That was the pushiest. It was fun. I enjoyed it. Will I go again next year? Probably not La Push. There's like a cool hotel on Whidbey Island a friend shared with me. I think like coming back from this, for some reason I enjoy taking my indoor friends, my indoor internet terminally online friends, to some gross, wet, damp hike in the woods without cell service or any sort of internet. And they all come along not knowing that one day this is a big setup for a murder mystery party with an actual murder. But I think Whidbey Island has some good stuff. San Juan Islands is a good contender for the future. I always forget though, Forks is far away. It's like 3.5 hours. I had to go to Forks like every couple times a year for like a 4 or 5 year stretch there. Man, it sucked. Oh, I forgot that we took the ferry over. Sudden shift. This is looking back at Seattle. Ta-da! Seattle skyline onto the ferry. Seattle ferries are great. They're a lot of fun. You can tell it's going to an iPhone camera. You can see, I think, my hand right here. Very exciting. Ferris wheel. But for two of them, this was their first ferry ride on the Washington State ferry system. And on the way, we saw some orcas. We saw some orcas from the ferry. Look at the whale. Look at the whale. Look at that guy. Look at that guy. Probably eating some salmon. Time of his life. Not getting hit by the ferry, I hope. But the captain's like, oh, it's lovely. Oh, we have a pod of orcas off to the right of the ferry. And they had to slow down for it. There's one there. There's one there. You can see a little bit of the splash there. There's like 3 or 4 of them just hanging out next to the ferry for a little bit. It was kind of fun. Kind of fun to see. It's like, oh, welcome to the ferries. We got orcas. We got birds. We've got a 15-minute ferry ride to Bainbridge Island. That was the ferries. That was exciting. I enjoyed that. So watch this for a second and feel cold. Everyone feel cold and chilly as you're listening to that wind hit the camera, as you're watching those waves splatter and splutter upon the shore. With my lo-fi background music going. But then we departed, folks. We departed and went to the whole rainforest, which this place, the coast, you know what? It was great. The color was a bluish, blue-gray, and that was everywhere. Then you hit the rainforest. You go inland half a mile, and it is absolutely green. It is just like shockingly green. Everything and their mom is green. It's like, you want sword ferns? We got sword ferns. You want moss? We got moss. You want some elms and cedars? We got elms and cedars. You want some maples? Maybe you get one maple, not many, maybe a fir tree or 2. Mostly moss. It's mostly moss and ferns. But the whole rainforest is great. I was only able to go last year because the road washed out. When your road is next to a river in a place called a rainforest, the river moves. The river moves and the river washes your roads away. Again, I forgot this was an hour from La Push. In my mind, it was 20 minutes away. Poor friends who had to drive. I'll go through these a little faster. These are. Here's some forest. Here's some moody atmospheric. Some trees. You can zoom in. Keep zooming. Look at this moss. Look at the moss just hanging everywhere. Got some ferns growing out of your trees. More moss. Ferns don't give a shit. Ferns are like, are you a living tree? Too fucking bad. We're growing here now, buddy. But these curtains of moss. Surprisingly, a lot of moss, a lot of ferns, not that many mushrooms. Not that many mushrooms in the old rainforest, at least this time of year. Gray skies, forest in the background. Someone built out tiny little fairy huts in the moss, in the hall, specifically in the Hall of Mosses. Fairy garden. Very suspicious. Here's another one. Oh, it's a little fairy house tucked in. There's one of those suspects who moved in not paying a rent to the National Park Service. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Here's another one. A little swing, a little out of focus on this one. I apologize. I'm a failure of a photographer. The focus was off. Back to this tree. I have 2 prime lenses, so I have a 60 millimeter prime and an 60 millimeter macro 2.8 prime and a 70 millimeter 2.8 2.2 something like that, and a 18 millimeter prime lens. And so I swap between the two, probably between the points of my friends. I don't apologize. This is my trip. Well, it's not my trip. It's our trip, but I somehow end up being the guide. There's this tree. It looks like a monster, like a Ghibli monster. You have a big mouth here, like a little beak, some teeth down here. It's like and eat somebody. See, more sword ferns. If you're not used to seeing sword ferns, wow, they're just like everywhere here. They grow like weeds everywhere except where you want them to grow. Here's this log. It's a nurse log, and you got other trees growing out of it. Got this little nose, this little runny nose here of moss. We got a ladybug crossing. Another tiny little sign. A little frog. Ladybug crossing. Pine needles, moss. Like, this is the color scheme of the forest, by the way. It's like you get moss, maybe you get some grass and clover, and you get the red bark, the cedar red. We got water, we got rivers, we got everything in the rainforest. The one thing about these rivers is this water is absolutely pristine clear. Like this is like 3 feet deep water. And you can just see it is just absolutely crystal clear. You can barely see it. There's no turbulence. It's just slow, perfectly clear water. It's like water you want to just like scoop a handful of and drink and hope you get like magical forest fairy powers and not Giardia. But likely you'd get Giardia, which from what I've learned from a friend who had a puppy with Giardia, not the best. Not the best. More water in the rainforest. Shock. I know. You can see it kind of like, it also has like this gray silt. It's kind of cool. I was here 1 year, 10 years ago or so, my ex-wife, and it snowed. So like this part of the forest, like all these logs and moss had like 2 or 3 inches of pristine white snow. And you have some of this bright green peeking out below it. And then you have this perfectly clear water underneath. It was like a stunningly magical place. Here's the whole river itself. Water, trees, mist. Not much to that photo. And yeah, what else got? Moss. How do you get at least one close of a moss? Am I right? These little moss boys growing. Look at the little moss. That's not moss. Look at these moss guys. Look at them. They're wet. They're cold. They're living their best life. More water. I admit, like, I did not filter these photos. I took all of them. Well, of the 150 I took, I filtered down to 30. I really should have filtered down to 6. This is my stream. You're all here, prisoners with me. More water. Very exciting. And that's it. That's the photos. I like the video. That is my trip to the rainforest. Isn't that exciting? Very exciting. I'm excited by it. My next trip. Oh, map's closed. Is to adult summer camp, which is all booked out now. So my next trip to adult summer camp is all booked. Similar vibes, more cell service in the summer though. Actually, let me go back to my chatting stream. Pop. My laser hair technician was talking to me about, I think she said hiking the enchantments trail. From Leavenworth. I'm not sure that makes sense. But like, oh yeah, like you can go to like this cool hike in the enchantments are absolutely nowhere near Leavenworth. Oh, they are. They're right there. They start right there. It's like, oh, you go on this like nice hike. And I'm like, oh, I kind of like hikes, like nature walks, a couple miles, no elevation change. And she's just like, this is not that hike. How long is this enchantment hike? Washington Trail Association. 18 miles one way. Fuck that. Absolutely not. 18 miles one way. What's the elevation gain? 4,500. Oh, okay, 4,500 feet. That's not great. Not great elevation gain. More than this little fox boy is going to do. 18 miles. My God. Oh no, but there's a mountain nearby called the Dragon Teeth. The Dragon Teeth. I don't think there's dragon teeth and there's dragon tail. There's a mountain called Witches. Argonaut. Fantasia. Sherpa Peak is a little worrying. 8 Mile Mountain. Worrying. Okay, I'm not hiking the enchantments in the summer. No, sir. No, sir. Right down my list. I talked about my trip. And then another friend has agreed to go to join my Japan trip. So my Japan trip is now me and 2 friends convinced to go to Japan. Very exciting. It was very sudden of just like oh, when you guys going? And I'm like, these days? And like, I bought plane tickets. We're just like, oh wow. Oh wow. Let's see what we got. Those. I can start on those tier lists. But it's fun. It's fun to travel. The summary is traveling with friends is fun once you get the right friends and some practice in planning trips with friends, and some introspective knowledge about how you like to travel and how you don't like to travel. I think it's all important, and it took a couple iterations for me to get there. Iterations like having an ex-wife and learning when I don't like via prime example. I'm much better now. Honest, I'm better. But I'm excited. I'm excited for adult summer camp. I'm excited for going to Japan. However, that's about it. You know what? That's about it for me for the year. Tapped out on travel. I like being home. I like staying home and safe, secure. My widow condo full of anime figurines and blankets. And Slay the Spire 2. I admit I did play some Slay the Spire 2 on this trip on my laptop in offline mode. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Yes, I guess. The last thing before I get into these tier lists, because these tiers are going to derail me, so I'll probably finish this beer by the time I start them, and then it's downhill from there. I'm going on tap thing back. I've been doing daily piano practice now for 50 YouTube, Spanish VTuber, live list, 55 days. my stated record. So I've been almost doing 8 weeks of daily piano practice on stream for about 15 to 20 minutes as a push to learn piano once more, once again, and an excuse to try to set up and try out a hand cam. But I'm like, chat, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm burning out on it. I don't think I've ever like clicked or really felt like a connection with piano, like actually playing the piano. It's always been kind of like, I read notes and press keys, right? There's never been a like moment of like, oh, I feel the instrument, or like I feel a connection to the music, or like any of that. It's always just been like rote practice and very mechanical about it. So I'm thinking myself, I'm saying, Stanish, when you started this endeavor of learning piano in 2010, let's say, you did it because you had no musical experience and you wanted to learn an instrument, and you had two choices, or in my mind, there's two things I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn either piano or violin / fiddle. And I, at the time, picked piano for 3 reasons. 1, piano is cheaper. 2, I could play with headphones on and not have to inundate the world around me with my terrible playing. And 3, there seems to be a lot more and acceptable routes for teaching yourself piano on your own versus violin. So I bought piano. I bought a keyboard from Guitar Center in South Lake Union that has now probably been shoveled into rubble and turned into some like Google Annex or something with like a bubble tea shop on it and like a K-Dog place. And I've been hauling it around, and I take lessons. I try for a while. I stop playing. Years pass. I try again. Take lessons. Practice. Stop playing. I've never really felt that. I never felt that deep connection. It's kind of like drawing, where I like the idea of it more so than the actual practice at times. And so I'm thinking, is it the time to try a new instrument? And I'd say, Stanish, are you doing this because A, you think this is a good idea? Or B, this is hobby shopping therapy to deal with your job? And I'm like, definitely not the second one. It's definitely not the second one. It's definitely the first one. It's definitely a good idea. It's not shopping therapy. Why would it be that? Also now, there's quiet violins, like electric violins, that are made to be effectively apartment loud. So instead of like 100 decibels, or only like 60 decibels or 75 decibels, which is more tolerable to have in like an apartment building than a actual violin, which are apparently very loud, very, very loud. And so I've been eyeing that for the last week of like, do I just want to like take violin lessons and like buy a violin? I mean, yes, I do want to buy it. I don't know if I want to actually learn violin or if I just want to buy a violin, right? There's that line. And then I'm looking at my budget and everything I just spent on hotels. And I'm like, shit. Not this month. Maybe April. And by maybe April, I mean like maybe I'll last 4 more days. I'll go back to work on Monday. I'll see some shitty email and I'll be like, I'm buying a violin. Or I'm signing up for lessons. I think I should sign up for lessons first. Talk to that teacher and have them look at me and be like, our lessons are for people ages 6 to 14. You are 38. And I'll cry a little bit, and then I'll go home and I'll pout. And I'll say it and I'll just go It's likely to happen. But I feel like I'm burning out on piano practice. I'm also kind of burning out in Baldur's Gate 3. I've only been streaming Baldur's Gate 3 as a game. I have a backlog of other shorter games I'm interested in playing. But Baldur's Gate 3 is so long, and I'm like halfway through Act 3. I'm kind of like, I need to push to the end so I can stream these other cool games. Some more have come out that I want to put in my backlog. Like Timberborn came out. There's one called... What's it called? I just added it to my wish list. It looks really cool. It's on my wish list and I just added it. Right, Steam, you wouldn't betray me like this, would you? Oh, Factorio Space Age. Fuck me. Banquet for Fools. That one's pretty cool. But I gotta finish Baldur's Gate 3. I just gotta do it. I gotta buckle in and do it. I'm also, after finishing My Hero Academia, I'm at an anime low point where I binged it so hard for so long. I'm like, I need a short anime break. So I'm turning back to like books and reading with my eyeballs. But before we do that, I made some promises. Vis-a-vis some tier lists, and by God, we're going to do them tonight. We're going to get these tier lists built. We're going to offend some people. Let's go over my tier list screen. Nope. Let's go put the glasses on. There we go. We got the tier list. I've had too much drink. By that I mean I've had one whole drink. I'm tiny. I'm small. I'm a tiny fox boy. One drink does mean, well, not. Okay. I need to actually turn my screen on. Okay, we're going to switch to Firefox. Make sure you don't dox me, bro. Okay, bro's not going to dox me. Bam. Whew, bro didn't dox me. All right, let me get this set up. Okay. So I pulled a couple tier lists. Can I make this smaller? There we go. There's a lot of My Hero Academia. So I was going through tier lists, right? I'm like, I like some My Hero Academia tier lists, and a surprising number of them are in Spanish, and I'm like, interesting. Not sure I'm going to do with that. All right. So we have 3 tier lists. This is the class 1A tier. Let me put some text on the screen for that. Add text. Create text. Label. I called it label. Oh, it's so big. I was saying what? Oh fuck! I was saying my font. Oh no. Oh, I'm using my old font. Here we go. We're gonna call this My Hero Academia tier list class 1A. Is it the Spanish 1.0 font? We're just gonna use it though. There we go. All right, so this tier list, let's go through this. First off, we're gonna drop some characters. We're not gonna rank one. Ayama, I'm sorry. So also, spoilers. I'm gonna try to avoid spoilers, but there's gonna be some spoilers in my opinions of these characters. Still F tier. You will forever be F tier. You're also F tier. There's some, okay, I forget his name. Tail Guy. Sorry, Tail Guy. My opinion about you has not changed. You're still Sugar Rush. Tail Guy, Sugar Rush. Like, I was waiting for either of these characters to have any depth. They never had depth. Like, Koji got depth. Shoji got depth in the end. But some of these other ones, they have the depth of a puddle. They have a depth of a thin wafer cookie. Nothing else. I'm so sorry, but at least you weren't awful. So you weren't awful. So I'm gonna blow through those 4 real quick because that's an easy, like, knock them out of the park. Okay. Now, here's where we're gonna get some controversy. I'm gonna go from, sorry, mouse. Least controversy. Sero? C tier. C for Sero. You know why? You know why he putting him C tier? And I'll for one simple reason. I hate his elbows. I hate his elbow design. It is some disgusting, terrifying body horror whenever I see it. I'm just like, I am repulsed by his character design. And so little tape, your weird little tape boy, C tier. Get out of here. Get out of here with your tape. Okay. Invisible Girl. I had hope for you as a character. I had deep hope for you as a character. I'll see what I put for my earlier rankings. But, like, she had a moment. Unfortunately, that moment involved Ayama. C tier. I kept waiting. I kept waiting for her being invisible to be more than just, like, the occasional quick passing joke. Or anything. I was waiting for anything for her being invisible. And at least in the anime, maybe the manga's better, but in the anime, it just it never, like, my problem with these characters, like, nothing ever, like, really came to fruition. Right, like, that brief moment you can see her, you're like, maybe she, like, is kind of what you expect for, like, a certain wildness to the hair from someone who couldn't see it and couldn't ever, like, style it or anything. But I don't know, it's just her character just didn't ever gel for me. All right, let's see. There's gonna be I gotta admit, it's gonna be a lot of B tier. A lot of B tier here. The problem is, like, there's some characters I like, but then, like, all right, we're gonna start for B. We're gonna go for B. I think that's it for my C and D, F tier. I'm sorry. Either you didn't get enough airtime, you never got much depth. Oh. Okay, it's gonna be painful. It's gonna hurt a lot. Ida. I feel like Ida was strong. Ida was a strong presence in the first season or two, and he kind of fell off hard. Ever since that one terrifying scene where he ripped out his, heavy spoilers, by the way, ripped the engines out of his cabs to get stronger engines. What was that terrifying trick? B tier. Sorry, my boy. You dropped. Denki. Wait, is his name Denki? Yeah, Denki for electricity. B, you're fine. You were a good foil for some characters, but you never really, like, stood on your own. Same with Kirishima. These two chuckleheads together, stronger than Kirishima had a stronger presence in the Overload. What's his name? The Yakuza guy. During that arc, much stronger presence, but then kind of, like, fell off kind of hard after that. He went from that, like, very, like, oh, I'm gonna get stronger, Red Riot, etc. And then all of a sudden he's like, hey guys, you can just hit me to get stronger. And that was his presence for, like, 4 seasons. Sorry, dude. On the flip side, Koji, what was her hero names? Like Anima, something like, it's dumb. I'm sorry. Was I believe C tier before, but had a decent backstory during the hospital fight. So I feel some good redemption there. Got a little more depth, a little more interest. I still think I still think their quirk is dumb. Mina, also B tier. I love her design. I absolutely love Mina's design. Her character's not that deep. She has very little to no growth or screen time, but at least she has cool design. At least she has a cool design. Momo. Dear Momo. Momo, at the start, I had much higher rating. I had so high hopes for Momo. For me, Momo, she had a very interesting quirk. Kind of the fun background of oblivious rich girl. She got in by recommendation, which is interesting. I don't think we ever saw her in the initial placement fight, though. Oh, because she got recommended in. Sorry. She had some growth, but also I think my rankings once I get to the pro heroes and the ships is going to be the con. So I've already ranked class 1A, right? I've ranked class 1A, so I've kind of gone through this process once. I think that's it for my B, C, and F ranking. I don't think I almost like Mina and Koji. I'm tempted to drop to C tier, but I want a nice bell curve, so they lucked out. They lucked out there, everybody. All right, A tier. A tier. Oh, now this is where it gets okay. Shoji's definitely A. Shoji was like C or B. I think his quirk is disgusting. I think the multiple, not his quirk itself. I feel how it's drawn and animated is like, it's kind of like Sero and some of the other heroes where it's something about the body horror aspect of it. Just like, oh, it just rubs me the wrong way. But he had a good backstory in the last couple seasons. He kind of came together. He extended his quirk. He did less of a, my limb is an ear on after, is 4 joints and an ear. He removed his mask and talked about why he wears his mask. We never addressed his haircut though. Tempting to drop him to B because we never talked about his dumb haircut. Everyone else's haircut, I get it. His haircut, showed you, my guy. You have so many limbs. You could fix your hair. Now this is hard. Okay. Oh no, Takayama. Okay. Dark Shadow. One of the most chuny names in the show. One of the most chuny names in the show, Dark Shadow. But I love Hawks, and by extension, therefore, I have to like Takayami. And you know, he started doing some thoughtful, clever things with Dark Shadow. So I'll give him an A. It is kind of weird. It is a little weird. It's a little weird that his bird head just becomes a human body and like he has human arms. Something about him having human arms, every time I see it, I'm just like, why does this man have human arms? It's fine though. Only a little weird. He's such an edgelord. I'm here for it. I'm here. Give me my chunibos. Give me my anime edgelords. Likewise, I can put Jiro down here. I like Jiro a lot. I think her design is super cool. I think she's super cool. I think if I met her in person, I think she is too cool to want to be friends with me. But she probably would be very insecure, not think that about herself. And I like how they pulled her out of her shell for the school arc. I do think her ear things are a bit strange. And I do worry about the compatibility of having 1/8 inch audio jacks on your ears going forward into the future. When you start getting like phones that only have Bluetooth or whatever AirPods use. So there's some like compatibility standards issue to go through on her, but that's otherwise fine. Sweet. I like her. I like her a lot. If I see one more goddamn title card that just says she's a frog and can do frog things, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to absolutely lose it. Like, we get it. We get it. Whatever studio animated My Hero Academia, you don't need to tell us that Sui's power is she's a frog. You don't need to tell us that Deku's power is he has all for one, or one for all. We know. We've been watching this. Is episode 200. You don't need to tell us who All Might is. Stop. So, and these 3 chokers. Honestly, Todoroki. I had hopes for him. I'm moving down to B. Moving Todoroki down to B. He was my S tier level. He was almost going to make A tier, but I feel like get a personality, Todoroki. Get a personality. You are bland as a saltine. If it wasn't for your family problems and all the time we got spent on your family issues, you'd be a bland background character without much going for you. I said it. He's not moody. He's not edgelordy like some other characters. He's not full of anger like some, or like full of self-doubt. He's just like, he needed more than that. He needed more than quiet sarcasm. He needed some chemistry. He didn't have his foil. He needed a better foil. I feel like Bakugo and Midoriya have each other as foils. You have like Jiro and oh my god, Kaminari, Denki, Kaminari over here were kind of good foils. You have a lot of like, yeah, the dumb squad of these two and Bakugo, right? Like this triple Baka situation over here. You have these good foils of characters, but I feel like Todoroki never got that foil. He never had that character that really highlighted like the quiet sarcasm or any of that. He's just like, I'm gonna go be moody with my father over here, and we're gonna spend 8 episodes talking about family drama. I mean, he got some cool powers. He did some cool things. I'll give you that much. But I know, I feel like Endeavor, honestly, that just made me like Endeavor more. It made me like Endeavor more and made me like Todoroki a little bit less. I think that's the problem that happened to me. And Todoroki is built up as like, oh, he's going to be the greatest. He has these super strong powers. He's the strongest of the first years. But then like, I don't know, it's like kind of like, he did okay. He did fine. He wasn't like Bakugo here, who came out as like the absolute strongest of everybody. He didn't come out of like Endeavor's like depths of power or anything. Just kind of like, I made an ice wall and froze my brother. Oh, I didn't think to finish him off because I thought he was down for the count and I didn't even bother checking his pulse. Get it together, man. This is a fight. Okay, I mean, S tier is pretty easy. S tier is these 3. Like, I don't even like. Chaco's great. I like her a lot. I feel her powers. Her quirk is all right, but she cares about other characters. She talks to people. She does hard things for herself. She cries a lot. But at the end, I think she did a great job. Bakugo is probably like, I did not like him at first, but I had friends who say that he was their favorite, and I had faith in my friends, and I stuck it through, and I saw the light. I saw the light. I swear to God, though, if he died, it'd be over. It'd be sand over. And God, you have to like the main character, right? You have to be like the main character. He cries a lot less after the first couple seasons, and for that, I say thank you, because his quirk was crying. His quirk was crying. Ooh, what's the pin images button do? Pin images. It does nothing. So I'm gonna say that is gonna be my class 1A tier list. Let's save this. We're gonna save this. Ooh, download image. No thanks. All right, let me go see what I had for the original one. Oh shit, if I can find it. Downloads, what's it called? It's called My Image. What are the odds are that I can actually find this? Oh, tier list, here it is. Oh, wow. We got some changes in here. How can I open this? Open. Oh, I can drag in OBS. Oh. So here we go. This was my first tier list. Look at the names change between the two tier lists. All right, so the main difference is here. S tier, Yayorzo dropped 2 tiers. Woof, that's a rough lady. Oh no, these 3 all dropped down. They dropped down, being swapped to some A's and B's swatched. C, Invisible Girl dropped down. She dropped down. And Koda and Shoji moved up. So not like too many big changes. Oh, I guess A tier dropped a lot. I think A tier was very much like, where's my mouse? A tier was kind of like, here are characters I have high hopes for. I have high hopes for these characters, and those hopes never came to fruition. They never came to fruition. I'm so sorry. This is the class 1A tier list. So the problem is, like, I didn't find a good League of Villains or Professional Heroes tier list. I found one that is every character in the show, which is a lot. That's a lot. So I might take a brief diversion. J tier list. My Hero Academia. Oh, before he got Aizawa's little neck wrap thing, B. With him having that neck wrap and using to learn use that claw thing, I put him at A. I think he has a good motivation. I think he's got some like deep trauma and issues about his power and his quirk. And any hero who has that conflict of like could be a villain, I'm into it. I'm there for it. Come on, it's gotta be like a better tier list. It's not like every character. All right, this one's good. I'll use this one. This one has not like quite every character, but a good number of characters. So we're gonna ignore class 1A in this tier list here, just because I'm going to ignore class A. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get another drink here. I'll be back in 30 seconds. Whoop. think this no lie Porch Glow Amber is like it's a touch hoppy. It's a touch hoppy, and I'm not really into having hops in my ambers. I think that's my problem with this beer. All right, so we're going to change my label here to. Ooh, how are we going to fit this in here? Because that doesn't really. Oh, S, A, B, C, D, E, F. A lot of tears. Ooh. Zero. There we go. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's out of frame. My Hero Academia tier list. We're just gonna do all the characters together. I did, by the way, find this one for the shipping tier list, which is just the fan art of the ships. We'll do that one next. All right, so we're gonna. Oh, that's what pinned in images does. Perfect. Oh. Like a freeze frame in Excel. All right. So here we go. Let's. Oh no, let's not do that. How do people do this? Oh, I know what I can do. Duh. Okay. No, I don't want. I'll be careful with this. All right, let's go. Let's start. We're gonna start pulling characters in. I'm gonna start with League of Villains characters. League of Villains. That's class 1B. 1B. Elsewhere, Shinso there. Professional heroes. My Hero Academia staff. The other school I don't care about. I'm going to skip a lot of these. This other school, who Endeavor, professional heroes. These are somewhat order. I do like the Neko squad a lot. To absolutely nobody's surprised. Here we go. All right, here we go. We got villains here. We're gonna do all villains. We're not doing strictly League of Villains. Stain is A tier. Hands down A tier for Stain. He's got this weird thing licking his knife, drops him down a little bit. He's got no nose. Look, man, that sucks. Noses are important. He has great motivation and a kind of interesting quirk. Not like great in terms of like he's a good person, but like you kind of get it. So A tier for Stain. Putting the A into Stain. Gentle. I might have to read. I just realized like I like a lot of the villains, not all of them, but a lot of them. So I might have to redo some of these. You know what? Let's reset. This is gonna be all heroes. Gentle criminal. There was a brief moment when I was watching it on Crunchyroll in the final season where Crunchyroll in just My Hero Academia kept defaulting my settings to the Italian dub with no subtitles. And I couldn't tell until someone started talking, but I heard there was a scene, an intro scene with Gentle Criminal and La Brava in it with the Italian dub, and it worked great. I think the original show should go back, delete the Japanese. Oh, I don't want to delete the Japanese voice acting, but the Italian voice acting worked for these two characters. Wonderful. In fact, where's La Brava on this list? Let's put them together. Oh, this doesn't have La Brava. Or I missed her. Oh, she's right there. There we go. On La Brava. So we'll put those at B tier. B2 for Brava and Gentle Criminal. Sorry, my guy. I'm sorry. Not Deku. Not Denki. Not Stain. Fuck, I forget this game. Tooltip? I don't like him. I don't like his burns. I don't like his space thing. I don't like his character. I don't like his motivation. I don't like anything about him. He's F tier. Get him out of here. I don't care. I don't care if other people like him. Sorry, League of Villains. I just never liked him. I never once liked him. Oh, I missed a bunch of villains up here. Look at them. Toga's S tier. Toga's S tier. I think she's a little messed up. A little messed up in the head. A little likes blood a lot. Likes blood a little too much, you could say. But I have a weakness, and that weakness may or may not be vampire girls. So Toga's the top there. Smart women's wrong. Exactly. Would I let her drink my blood? Yes. Would I let her kill me and drain all my blood? No. But there's deep weakness for vampire girls, and that's gonna be the top there. She had a good redemption arc. She had good synergy with the characters. She had complex motivations. She got cool outfits and like her little like blood things. She also had the whole like hard to detect thing, which I'm not sure where that came into the quirk. It never really explained. But Twice was fantastic. I love Twice. Twice was great. I think both. I think it's like in terms of origin story believability, the whole like I can duplicate myself, and so what the first thing I do is duplicate myself to take care of like house chores. When your duplicates don't want to do those house chores, so they duplicate themselves to do the house chores, and so all of a sudden you have a bunch of your duplicates, and nobody knows who's the originals, and a deep existential crisis that tears you apart. Great, just great. That is quality quirk building. I don't know who these jokers are down here, so we're just gonna ignore them. They look like they're from like another show or some manga or stuff. F tier. Put him a D. All for One. I don't like him. I think he's the main bad guy. And I don't just dislike him because he's the main bad guy, but I feel honestly, I feel like his character has a lot of plot holes. Like his age, how long he's supposed to be as almighty and in power and like so great at everything, but then like where has he been for 50 years or however long All Might's been in power? Why didn't he just go to a different country and like take over there? Why does it have to be Japan with All Might in it? Why couldn't you just like use your overwhelming quirks to destroy everything? I don't know, man. Like for as much power scaling as he had, as these two had in the final season, I know. Also, the whole finger thing, super gross, man. Super gross. Without the hands, D tier. With the hands, I hate the hands. F tier. Lizard guy, who's also, by the way, I don't. One problem I have is I love anime. I love fantasy novels. I love these things. I can, for the life of me, never remember character names. I just can't remember character names. Maybe it's I can't see a face. Oh, I can see a face, but like, I have trouble with names in real life. Characters somehow is even hard when I don't read the name over and over again for someone just watching it. I'm gonna put our little otaku at C, our little shut and neat. He would be B, but they did him dirty with that last bit, turning him to the big bulky version, so that's dropping him down. I'm sorry, my guy. I'm sorry. Kurogami, Kurogi. But yeah, D. Interesting power. He kind of sat there. He sat there for a long time. His power, by the way, like if they really thought about it, like it's like, my guy, you didn't need to take over the world through force of arms or quirks. If you had literal instant transportation, you could have revolutionized so many industries and have made so much money on like logistics and things. But no, you decide to use power to transport your little evil gang around. Think of economics, man. Soft power, all for one. Pocket guy, D tier. We never got his back. Oh, we got a little bit of his backstory, but his power kind of sucks. And he's wearing, like, I get like copying Stain. Is Stain feels like he's gonna split in half for like wearing a mask, not wearing a mask. But like he was wearing a mask for fun. F tier, big bulky muscle guy. This guy just chumped it easily. He's F tier. I don't remember this guy. Oh, I hate this guy. I need lower in the F tier. Stupid teeth guy. I'm gonna blow through. Oh, I'm not even gonna put Destro on this list. Overhaul, that's the name. Yeah, maybe it's better. Some of these minor characters I'm not gonna put. You know, I'm gonna take these guys off the list. I'll keep muscle guy on there. Overhaul A tier. Overhaul was A tier as in terms of a villain and a criminal. I think he was super cool. His motivation, problematic, not problematic. He did some messed up things, our little Overhaul, but like his power was amazing. He had an amazing quirk. Like Overhaul, you could have been the world's best doctor. You could have fixed so many things. You could have fixed Brit. You could have done so much, Overhaul, and instead you want to run a little gang and like erase quirks, which is kind of a cool motivation, but you did torture a little girl to do it. So because you tortured the little girl, not S tier. Cool plague doctor mask, big germaphobe. I feel that. What's this doofus guy? This guy's not getting ranked. All of his little like chubby minions aren't getting ranked. I forget who this guy was. This guy looks like he's wearing like a pair of tidy whities over his face, so he's not getting ranked. That guy's a crazy. I'm not gonna rank. I don't remember who this guy was. It's looks Maxer. Okay, I think that's only heroes I want to rank. Definitely none of the paranormal army people. They all sucked. And these are all minions. We're not gonna rank minions. Who are these, like, these people, though? I don't recognize any of these, like, these bottom... I mean, I recognize Airy. Move you down. I recognize Airy, but not, like... Whoever these people are. Teeth guy. Ugh, I'm scrolling past Teeth guy. All right. Now we're going to professional heroes. Now we're doing... hopefully Compress had, guess his name, Compress had a better backstory in like a reveal, but they're kind of just like, and my family were detective, right? We're criminals. Aha, they're vigilante characters. That actually probably explains it. That explains it a lot. I may or may not watch Vigilantes. Vigilantes is what you do when you're placing a bet in poker. But I will consider it. All right, now let's start from the bottom and go through some of these professional heroes. Ares A tier. She's an adorable little girl with a crazy power, a little horn sticking out. She got traumatized. Look at those big red eyes. A tier or S tier. She shaped Miro, so she's therefore an S tier character and will never be removed from that spot. Night Eyes, Hawkeyes, S tier. Our little Yowie hand salary man is who just wants a little chuckle. He just wants a little chuckle, everybody. Is that so much to ask in this busy upside down topsy-turvy world? A tier. He's A tier. They did him dirty. Bubble Girl, neutral. I'm neutral on Bubble Girl. I don't know what her power is. Why is she wearing a mask? What is she doing? It's a mystery. Same for Normal Guy. I think his name was Normal Guy or something. Was it Normal Guy? What's up? Manual. Oh, it's a manual. However, typing in Normal Guy did find him. What is his quirk? Unnamed water quirk. Allows him to control pre-existing water. Cool. Oh, right, because he does like the eraser head, like on the eyes, like, let me get the water in your eyes, bro. Man, Normal Guy. My quirk is being normal. I think there's girl good at listening. C tier. Let's see. I don't think she looks vaguely familiar, but I don't quite can't place her. I don't know who this creepy girl is. All right. We got. Let's go through this quickly. We got big cat guy. D tier. I don't recognize. I like all the cats, but I can't tell them apart. But they all get B tier. I move up one. They all get B tier for their nyas and their commitment to the cat bit. The commitment to the bit. Oh, she's the sensor girl who lost her sensor powers. And these two are, you know what? They're just good. It's a little good. It's good cat theme. They got a cat theme going for everybody together. Gotta appreciate a good bit commitment. You're not the dragon lady. Who are you? Got 3 snakes. I don't remember. I'm dropping Lockbolt down here. Sorry, Lockbolt. I don't remember what you do, Mr. Pipes for Face. Oh, F tier for Mr. Give Up His Power at the first thing. And he's like, oh, I got these little things together. No, I'm putting it F tier. I never liked him. I don't like his character design. I don't know why he has this caution tape thing on his head. That's Red Riot. Red Riot wasn't the show. Yeah, something like that. It makes him do like photo shoots. Oh, it makes him do photo shoots. That's a D tier. That's a D tier behavior right there. Oh, Centipede. I was gonna say D tier, but you know, if you're a centipede, that's a rough life, that's a rough life, my guy. I'm gonna boost you up one. Guy whose quirk is firefighting, C tier. You know what? You're like, my quirk is I'm a fire hydrant. I'm gonna put out fires. Good for you. Good for you. Fat Gum. You know, Fat Gum. B tier. B tier for Fat Gum. Like, he has some good mentoring. His ability is to eat a lot of food. B. Give it a B. Give it a B for Fat Gum here. Mount Lady. She does her best. She is a bit of a showboat and kind of feels like she wants the attention, and she's kind of like trying to milk the system, but she put good effort in there. Gang Orca, A tier for Gang Orca. Gang Orca, you look like a villain. You, like many other heteromorphs, is an orca. Dragon Lady, B tier. I feel Dragon Lady, Ryoko probably. I'm guessing. I'm just gonna guess the name for that for her. You're fine. You're fine. You turn into a dragon, which is cool. Don't get me wrong. Turning into a dragon is a really cool quirk, but screen time. Oh no. Oh, actually, now that I think about it. I'm probably gonna do a post. I'm gonna rearrangement after this. Oh, Mirko. I'm putting Mirko at S tier. I'm putting her at S tier because by God, this lady does not stop. She went in there and she started kicking and punching people. And then like 2 seasons later, she's like, I have no limbs left. And I have got some replacements. Those replacements are broken. And you know what I'm going to do? God damn it. I'm going to start biting. She is like absolute S tier. Like when they first introduced her, like, I'm like, okay, a bunny girl hero. I get it. But then she started going at it and you're just like, oh, fuck. She is tearing these guys up. So Mirko, 100% S tier. No question about that. Wood guy. I feel bad for our wood buddy, our wood bud. You're kind of overshadowed by Mount Lady, literally and figuratively. But you team up. Your power's wood. Cool. Oh God, what's his name? Needle guy. All right, I need to take a moment here. Needle guy, Red Thread, or whatever your name is. You saved our boy. For that, you would be S tier. You'd be S tier for what you did. For what you did at the end. But then we think about the fact that in the Paranormal Liberation Army arc, he casually dropped that his strategy for fighting villains is he turns into a thread and he pierces everybody's lungs so they start bleeding internally into their lungs just slow enough to slow them down and to tell them that if they start moving, they'll injure themselves more and fill their lungs up with blood more so they slowly suffocate and drown in their own blood. My God, that is some fucked up behavior. I'm here for it because that is the sort of quirk usage I want to see in the world. None of this like, oh, I can control water, so I'm going to throw water at them. Huh. I'm not going to think about that. Humans are 70% water and I could just make their body explode. No. We're not going to go down that road. Normal guy who can control existing water. Just make their bodies explode. Pull all the water out of their blood. Get creative with these quirks. So for actually using his quirk in an effective way, almost S tier. Drop down because it's kind of messed up. Man. They just dropped, like, everyone else like on the in-depth explaining quirks, and then all of a sudden like, oh, he just pierces their lungs. Don't worry about it. It's messed up. Best genus. For that one scene where you made Bakugo comb his hair, A tier. The fact that the belt buckle over your mouth has your initials of BJ drops you down a little bit. Why'd you pick denim as your go-to? Drops you down a little bit. The jean and pants puns you make brings you back up. So you're bouncing all over the place. Best genus. Bounce all over the place. You're gonna land at A. You're landing at A. Best genus. Hawks, A tier. I don't think I need to question that. Hawks is my fit. Put Hawks to the front here. No, I'm not putting Hawks to the front. We're just in the order I'm doing this. Hawks is my favorite of all the professional heroes. Active professional heroes. He is great. He has a super cool quirk. He has a realistic, like he has like an actual like good, realistic, unclouded view of the world and these systems that he's participating in. He saw twice for being a good guy, which is true. And by God, he fought to the end until his wings were burned stumps. He just kept going. And he, honestly, what I appreciate about Hawks the most is that he killed somebody. And I don't say that lightly, but all these heroes, like some of these powers are just crazy. Like, how do you control them? How do you stop them? How do you capture them? And so it's like, sometimes Hawks is like, gotta do this. I don't care if I have to sacrifice my morality or my integrity or anything. He's like, this has to be done to save everybody. So good for you, Hawks. Endeavor. Honestly, Endeavor started down here for me. Started the series, Endeavor was a D. Solid D. For a couple reasons. Kind of an asshole. That's it. That's the main reason. Well, reason one, he's an asshole. Reason two is he's purposely using his quirk to make this dumb little mustache. Every time, like, he's choosing every time he uses his quirk to make that dumb little mustache. But then he has some arc and he had some growth. I'm putting Endeavor at B. I'm putting Endeavor at B. I thought about A. I thought about A for Endeavor. Like up there with Best Genius and Gang Orc and all these others. Then I think about that mustache. I didn't think about that mustache. I didn't think about the shitty things he did to his family. But he did put all his all in at the end. He did suffer a lot. He did some badass moves. So B tier for Endeavy. For Endy. All right, we still have some professional heroes. We got some classes I don't care about. This lady who I vaguely remember. There's this whole like girls' school hat crew. We're gonna ignore those girls' school hat crew. Oh, okay. All right, now we're at a mix of secondary characters and Staff. We're doing okay. Whew, we made it through professional heroes. We're at UA staff. That's it. UA. I'm like, the school's not called My Hero Academia. Boku no Hero Academia. All right, UA staff. Principal, C tier. I'm sorry, Principal. You're a small little weasel of indeterminate mammalian origin. You have an undisputed scar. You're supposed to be a super smart guy, but you're kind of weird and off-putting. Healer girl, super cool power. I don't like you have to kiss people. It's kind of weird to me. I don't like how it's done. Putting you there. Chef. Chef doesn't get much airtime. He doesn't get much airtime. Or they don't get, I don't know the chef's gender. They don't get much airtime. But you know, by God, they're cooking food for everybody. They are a key infrastructure. They are a key support. They are an important part of this educational facility and this services. You get A tier. 13 can make a black hole and suck people in. That's super badass. Then why the weird mask? 13, why the weird mask? You take it off later and it's like, oh, you have a cute face. Why? A tier though. I'm fine. I'm recovered. Dog guy, D tier. Sorry, dog guy. You're not staff. What are you doing down here? Old man. B tier. B tier for old man. Tony Rio? Something like that. Oh. Guy who duplicates himself. You're kind of like a worse version of Twice. Even like design wise, even look similar. Oh man, never did it for me. Ectoplasm? I think that was his name. I don't know. He never saw him teaching. We never saw him like doing much of anything. Kind of like background mid. You know, to that end. That's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Support guy. How about your C tier? Is that shovel your face? Is that shovel your hands? But you seem to be in a mech and a Gundam piloting thing. You teach a support class, but it's never described what your quirk is, what you do, why you don't wear shirts. Why don't you wear shirts, man? This is a school with children in it. Put a shirt on. Gun guy. I don't know. I'm sorry, gun guy. But you don't really do much at any point. Teaching, saving, protecting. You shoot, I guess. Where's that other gun lady? Where's gun for arms? Guns for arms. Guns for arms. I didn't rank you, but you should be in here somewhere. Guns for arms. Guns. She's not on this list. It's messed up, man. It's messed up. Where was I? Oh. S tier. S tier for your service. For being the weirdly sexy teacher at this high school. With your pheromone ability that, like, based on your outfit, your name, how you act, and everything about you to only get revealed, that just puts you to sleep. Actually, A tier. Sorry. I realized I was putting next to you. I'm like, I can't put you next to these characters. I'm so sorry. Oh, Hatsune, absolutely great. I know she's a student, but I'm down here. We're adding you up there. Not Hatsune, it's Hatsumije. Her babies, her love for tinkering things. That's not who this is. What am I doing? She's right here. I don't know who you are. Put you down here. Shoo. Cementos. Cementos is A tier. You know why he's A tier? 1, he seems cheerful. He seems like a cheerful. 2, he's a block of cement That's a hard life for a man to be a block of cement. Like, he probably got called like blockhead as a child. But 2, like Chef here, this guy is like key infrastructure for this entire show. He's building buildings, he's making tunnels, he's like paving things and creating new houses for people. Cementos, for being key infrastructure and useful in combat, A tier. A tier Cementos. All right, headphone jack, I'm putting you at A tier because you're almost S tier. You're almost S tier, except for one problem. Your actual DJing during the graduation ceremony that drop you down a whole peg. These are all the professional heroes for My Hero Academia. Also, full spoilers alerts for the whole series. Headphone guy, dropping you down. Where's Aizawa? Why is he up here? Last of staff, All Might is my S tier. I love All Might. I love All Might in weak All Might form. I don't like All Might in a strong All Might form. But All Might is definitely S tier. Him and Hawks probably some of my favorites. I feel All Might has like, he comes across as a himbo, but he's actually very thoughtful and thinks things through. Maybe not always the best way, but he does think them through. And the last of the staff is, where's my favorite? Aizawa. Aizawa, absolute S tier. The best teacher at the school. Any anime character, any show who is just like, I'm a tired adult. I'm like, yes, that character. So I think that's S tier for the. Let's see, did I miss any professional heroes? Any professional heroes? We got class 1B. Oh, F tier. I'm sorry, class 1B. What's his name? He's like a Russian name or something. I'm putting him at F tier. Vlad the Impaler or something. Come on, man. Get it together. Get it together, Vlad. Let's see, any other. Oh, we got like the who'd commission guy, I guess. Some of these might be like the commissioner. You're all side characters. Red Right is just a character. He's not even in the show. He has like Vlad or something. Octopus guy. I forgot about Octopus guy. I don't care about any of the other characters. Deathstroke doesn't even deserve to get on here. All right, let's finish this off. Let's quickly get through. Let's get through class 1B. Oh, Hatsume. My Hatsume is A tier. I love my Hatsume. I love her single-minded focus. I like how she flusters Ochako whenever she interacts with Deku. Fantastic. Okay, let's go to the bottom. Shinso, I said was A tier. I'll stand by that. I forget who you are, what your power is. Sun Eater, I like his character. I don't like his quirk. I don't like his chimera and his eating crab meat all the time and turning into crabs. Same for Najime. Put her at solid B. I like her. Weird power for spirals. Miro, S tier. Absolutely S tier. There's no argument there. He is the best of the students. Sense of humor, made use of power, good character arc. It's fantastic. Also, it had this cut off a little bit. Just fantastic character. Oh no, I can't like show everything. I don't remember who you are. Oh, I'm gonna say B tier. I like his kind of he's not quite Chunibyo, but he's a bit Chuni. Stop Chuni. Wax Head. Oh, you know what? I wasn't gonna rank you. F tier. You make wax. It's weird, man. Comic Book Head, D tier. Doesn't quite explain it. I don't like it very much. I'm gonna put B tier for our off-brand Kashmir. Don't remember. Dragon horn lady with the weird accent that's never explained. C tier. I don't remember who most of these characters are. B Sky, I'm not gonna rank. Plant lady. Mushroom girl, but mushroom girl at C tier. I don't remember who you are. You have a big hand. Dark. I don't like dark. I'll put dark sky. I'm doing class 1. Be fast here. Centipede. I don't remember. Who even are you? And who are these characters? Who are these jokers? And then we're back. Then we're at 1A. Then we're at 1A. Why is Oyama first? Ugh. I'll put an F tier again. I think I did 1A. You know what? We're gonna put Plant Girl. Those two can go there. Those two can get A ranked. B Sky, Cryptid Man can go there. I don't remember. She can make things float or something. Better see. I remember now. Now I'm going through. Do I remember these characters? Oh, there was that one girl who Toga impersonated. What are these? And then the villains I don't care about in class 1A, which I did separately. All right, so let's see. Can I widen this up a little bit? Nope, I can't widen it up. Cool. Let's see. Let's go like this. Unpin images. So here's my professional hero, My Hero Academia ranking. We got my S tier at the top. By far the best characters outside of class 1A in the series. Always like their screen time. Always like what they're doing. A, who I really liked, didn't like, but I didn't like them in like a positive way of like, I didn't like Overhaul, but I think he's an A tier character. And the rest are like critical infrastructure characters, or people just like, and going down for the list here. This feels about right. This feels about right. Probably could move some more people to F tier if I'm being honest. I moved Clamp Guy down to F tier. I don't remember Clamp Guy very much. What was his power? Who was he? Why is he even on this list? He's probably someone's favorite. Share on Twitter. I'm not sharing Twitter. Yeah, Call is good for the tier list. Feels solid. All right, let me save this tier list. Save or download. Woo. Okay. Now, the real tier list. Oh no, it's got a weird ranking. Delete row. Delete row. No way. Okay, I want 5 tiers. I want 5 tiers. Definitely trash. Sorry, but no way. Good. Great. Period. Bravo. Chef's clips. I'm not gonna ship. There we go. No chef's kisses here. All right, now for the ship. Time for the shipping tier list. The problem is, the issue I'm going to run into real quick here is a simple one. I don't know the ships, and I'm going to be guessing it based on this tiny ass fan art. So we're going to make some guesses. I'm going to look for the ones I want to find. And that's going to be pretty easy. This obviously isn't every pairing, right? Because like, oh, it's like I need to check. Oh no! Oh no! Okay. First off, let's start with some let's start with some softball ships. Are two tough boys? Are two hard boys together? Absolutely. Some of these are bizarre. Two hard boys. That's a good ship. That's a good ship. Like, these two together? No. That's a bad ship. Doesn't work. There's no chemistry there. Miro and Sun Eater? I'm sorry. No. That's a trash ship. Now, our two heteromorphs? I bet there's no way. A little better than trash. A little more feasible than these other two. But still no way. Ochako and Ida? No. Not seeing it. Not feeling it. Sir, that person's underage. All right, let's get some good ships in here. Deku Ochako. Like, that's like canon. That's not even like a ship. Just throw that one up there. Easy. Togo Ochako. Easy ship. Ochako? Easy ship. And there should be one more. Yeah. This thruple. Top tier ship. Easy. Done. Good to go. Oh, 1 second. Watch myself. Easy ship. Those three, like, we don't need to talk about that. All right, who else? I'm trying to squint at some of this artwork. Where is Bakugo Deku? Is that what I'm looking at? So just me squinting at these ships. Try what is Sui and Deku? Honestly, most of the Sui ships are kind of like, yeah, right? You're like, that's fine. These two I would put down here. I'm not like enamored with it, but I kind of, I can kind of see those two. All Might and Deku's mom? Dear Lord. No. Oh, that's the transform lady. Gosh. That one seems weird. Putting it there. Is that Hawks? This is Hawks and the one villain. Don't mind me. I'm just Sero and Bakugo. Mina. Okay, that one's fine. Ida and Todoroki. It's both quiet. I can't actually see who some of these are. This is the problem. Where's my Bakugo Deku? Where's Bakugo Deku? Am I blind? Invisible Girl and Tail Guy? Come on. This is I'm sorry. I can miniature ships. Nobody. Ida and Deku. Yes. Oh, here's one. Yeah. No, that's a good one. Electric guy whose name I keep forgetting. And oh my god, I need labels. Who is this? Who is in this picture with you? Perhaps I picked a bad tier list. Ah. Oh my god, stop scrolling. Unpin. There we go. Okay. Sorry for the scrolling. I'm just like leaning forward closer and closer. No. Somebody's not going to even acknowledge. If I get them wrong. Where is... Bakugo is a Todoroki. That's basic. It's a basic ship. Yayomo and Jiro. It's basic. I just like basic ships. Deku and All Might. No, absolutely not. We're not going to acknowledge it. There they are. There we go. Deku Bakugo. That goes up there. The A ship. Obvious ship. Oh, is this Oh, I thought this was a Gran Torino and the previous holder of All for One. I don't think it is there. No, there's no ship there. Mina with hardening guy? Yeah. I that's one I can see. Those two together. Any of the Bakugo ships, I'm just like not seeing it. I know it is. Can I make my screen? Can I zoom in? Maybe this will help me. Okay, we'll scroll up. Ida and Sui, I think this is. Well, that's okay. That's fine. That's fine. Man, these are hard. The other ones were just like the ship, like not even the ship names, just like the X cross X. I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that one. And then I'm like, now that I'm here, I'm like, I should have done that one. I should have done the other one. Like, this isn't even a full picture. Oh wait, no, it's Ochako and Bakugo. Honestly, any of the Bakugo ones that aren't Deku, I just don't feel. I just didn't feel any of those. A lot of them though. There is a lot of them though. A lot of Bakugo ships. Way more than Deku ships now that I'm looking at this. There are some very problematic ones in here. I think the main ones were this throuple and those permutations. Bakugo Deku, obvious. Jiro and Denki, those two were definitely. These two I definitely saw. This is probably my like top ship section up here. And then these two I think is just a funny matchup. And the rest of them are kind of like, I don't know, I didn't really feel what I have for my last shipping chart. What was I doing? That saved image didn't help much. Am I missing any of the ships? Shinso, I don't feel I got enough screen time for a ship. Let me look on the chart. My Hero Academia shipping chart. Tier list. Oh, whoa. This is like every permutation. Some of them are wild, and some of these are... Oh, no. All right, let's try this one. Okay, so this one is a little different. It's a little different right here. They're the pairing images. They're a lot easier. My God, they're much easier to see. That other one was not good. I apologize. I apologize for not vetting it. All right, we're going to start my first ship. I saw this ship. And I knew this was the right chart. We're putting All Might is shipped. Not All Might. Endeavor is shipped with Eternal Loneliness and Suffering. Hands down, easy ship. We can all agree on that one. All Might and his teacher, I'm not like, I wish just like a right click, just delete. I'm not going to acknowledge a lot of these ships. Did I put you at B, you at A? All Might with Deku's mom again. All Might and Aizawa? No. This is basic. I'll put that basic one. Deku and Stain as the ship? No, I'm not. A lot of them I'm just not even going to acknowledge as like actual ships. No. No. There, A tier. S tier. I need a category of like, I do not acknowledge this ship. Deku and Todoroki, I'll put that as C tier. C tier ship. The shipping the kids and the adults together. Can't say. Oh, Toga did love twice. She did love him. Endeavor and Hawks? No. You know what? I can see those two together. Oh, Deku Todoroki's sister. Whew. You would not like that. No. This is more accurate than I expected of Deku being shipped with literally everybody in the world. Endeavor and his wife. Oh no, that's a D tier ship right there. Shinso, no. Overhaul? Oh yeah, I mean it's not a ship. They're just. Though I think there might be a problematic age gap with these two. We're not gonna think about that. It's a D. I think it's a D. I'll put that one. It's a D also. Okay. That's an A tier. That's the ship these are the ships I'm talking about. These make sense. The rest of these, not making on the list. Sorry. What is with some of these combos? Oh, absolutely not. Oh, you know what? Yeah, those two. And Jiro, I'll give that a C. Tape Guys Forever Alone. Oh, that's A tier. A tier up there. Or S tier. No. What? Why? No? Okay. I think that's it. I'm not going to acknowledge any of these other ones. I think there's a big pool of like, I'm not even going to put these on the board. Oh, I lost myself. I'm not going to put these on the board because like, they're just all bad. Main ones, we got Endeavor and Suffering. Deku Bakugo. We got our wait, I'm missing. Where's Toga? I'm missing one. Toga and Ochako. She's pink, huh? No? Is that ship not on this list? Wow, this list doesn't have that obvious ship on it. Wow. Oh, wow. That's embarrassing. Even the ship list isn't even complete. I think these two are my canon, like, headcanon ships for the show. Oh. I lost them. There you go. This is one I can see a little bit. This one I can see some people doing that. Not for me. Same for some of these. This one is like never happening. This one is happening. And then Toga. Yeah, okay. I think I'll call that ship list pretty not controversial. Because of course everyone says about their own ship list. Like, of course this ship list is perfectly fine and not controversial and not missing anything anybody loves. Of course we'd say that. Of course. I'm okay with that one. I'm okay with this list. Pretty happy with this list. We got Mirko up there. That's all that matters. Oh, no, of course, the other characters, but acknowledging Mirko. I think that was the main takeaway here for tonight. There we go. Whew. And that wraps up my 2-month-long My Hero Academia binge, commentating along, and finally making a tier list. Now I can watch Frieren, some seasonal isekais, some trash animes, read my backlog of library books that are due in 2 weeks, and binge myself some Slay the Spire. And that's probably I'm going to wrap things up on this evening's chatting stream. I had most things on my list. It was exciting. I'm definitely not going to go play some Slay the Spire. Who would do such a thing? Not I. I would never abandon you all to go play Slay the Spire. Haha. Never do. Who would do such a thing on a Friday night? Yep, that's everything. Whoa. Thank you all for joining me on this tier list adventure as I switched tier lists several times through the evening. Try to figure one that actually works well. I don't even know if this one worked well, but it's the first one that came up when third one that came up when I searched. And next up, I need to figure out my next 8-season-long shonen anime to watch. And maybe in a couple weeks, start that commitment. Start going down that road. But I need a break. I need a break from binge watching a single anime. So that is it for me this evening. I am pretty certain that I do not have another stream this weekend. I have some piano streams as I dither about this piano violin issue. And yes, I have no streams this weekend for Baldur's Gate because I have a karaoke on Sunday. I'm going to instead. But I'll be back next week for more Baldur's Gate 3, more piano through the week probably. And then maybe one day I'll be free of this Baldur's Gate 3 prison and I can stream some other games for a little bit, take some break, and try those out. Thank you all for joining me on this lovely Friday evening. I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday, great start to your weekend, and I will see everyone next time I stream. Bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. Bye-bye.